The bird in the tree. All right.
Okay.
No idea.
So our feature presentation person or speaker is Dennis Charles, who's born in London, England. He lives in Framingham. He has 5 children: Olivia, Ethan, Victoria, Amelia, and Xander, with 2 successfully launched to college. So that's really wonderful. Dennis is a business strategist helping business owners be more successful so they can live the life they truly desire. Dennis is an amateur Beatles historian and enjoys competing in regional triathlons. He placed 7th in his age group at the National Triathlon Championship in Chattanooga in June 2019. Something nobody knows about Dennis is that he's been to every Star Wars movie, first day opening since 1983. He's not sure whether this is something to be proud of or whether you should feel sorry for him. Please welcome Dennis Charles.
Thank you, Rose.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Clap.
It's so good to be like in front of a real audience rather than staring at a screen. I'm like pumped to be able to do this. And for Lisa, and for Eric, and for Scott, hi. And hopefully you get a chance to see this if the video works out and doesn't pack up. So we're here. So we're looking at high quality and consistent referrals. So, why would that be important?
Me?
Go for it.
Just because well, on a selfish standpoint, it's easier to close for a person if they're getting it. It's less work to do, and you're closer to the goal of making money, hopefully, and helping that person, depending on what's motivating you.
Absolutely, yeah. You got that time that's just, you just cut down that sales cycle if it's a high quality referral. Yeah. Why else is that important?
Well, you're starting off on a much different platform with a high quality referral because you're coming in on the back of the person that gave you the referral. You're borrowing their trust and their esteem, and it really does shorten the cycle tremendously because of where you start.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I also think it builds trust with the person that is giving you a referral, because we've all had good referrals and bad referrals, and a high quality referral says it's easier to converse with the person that you've been referred to, and it makes me like the person that gave me the referral even more. I trust the person even more because they took the time to pick something that was, a quality fit for me. Like, lots of people sell shoes, but maybe I sell high heels. So if you send me a bunch of people that are looking for sneakers, it's like, yeah, I sell shoes, but I'm a stiletto girl. Not today, but other times.
Putting holes in runs.
Yeah. I've been holding back on that with you guys, but
Yeah, so I love that, so we all get the concept of why, we want high quality. In fact, I think that should be the aspiration for everyone that's in business, is to only really accept high quality referrals. So that's kind of the easy part, all right? The tricky part of this one is consistent. How do you attract, and you're talking about you as like the business provider, how do you attract consistent referrals over time?
I think it's going to be Ron's thing, is developing those relationships with your referral partners.
Okay.
Well, it also builds on, if you are in the position of constantly giving to your networks and your organizations, I really believe that ultimately that will, you will come across high quality referrals as a result of that.
Okay.
So that giving is really the only thing we have control over.
What was the question again? Because
How do you generate consistent referrals over time?
how do you generate consistent referrals? Well, I think in order to achieve the first question that you asked, which was quality, is constantly asking people about things. I think sometimes people fall down on, they think that a referral is, I'm going to wait until Bob says, hey, I need a house. That's not really how it goes. I think a lot of people have needs that they haven't expressed yet, especially in the health field, like in the health and wellness sphere that I'm in. People aren't going around always talking about things that they need. But the
In
more
most areas,
conversations
they're
you have,
not. So I'm going to disagree with Ron a little. My good friend Ron. I'm going to disagree and say there's going to be more to the cake than that. I'm going to say you're kind of onto something there. I'm going to put it out there. There are 2 things you need to do to make this happen. I've thrown this out, and I don't think any of you have been in, probably to, at this point, 25 BNI groups. And no one's ever got one of the answers, let alone both of the answers.
Wait, okay, so what's the question again? Because I might have an answer.
I'm going to change the question slightly.
Yeah, because I think I might have an answer.
All right, there are only two things you need to do to be able to get
Track those.
high quality referrals on a consistent basis from any group that you're a member of.
Be referable.
Jeepers.
Yes, I listen.
Got one.
I don't remember
Wow.
the second.
Okay, can you explain that?
Yeah, what do you mean by be referable?
Okay, so be referable to me means that you do what you say. Like if we're talking B&I, it's like showing up on time, if not early, stepping up to a leadership role, giver's gain, just do what you say. Like be a professional at what you're doing, and just like if somebody that you know is not going to be like the best fit for you, you still give them 110%, because you want that story to be told. You don't want that shitty story to be told everywhere because they'll tell 11 people, not just the two
Yeah.
that were good. Like, so that to me is like being referable.
Have you heard me do this before?
Are you coach me?
Oh. All right, because I've just done this to at this point over 1,000 people,
Yes.
and not one person's got one of
Because
the
you made
answers.
me think of it. I was like, fuck, just give me the answer. And you made me work for it. And I was like,
I'm glad you remembered.
Of
Thank
course
you.
I
But
do.
Yeah.
the other thing is,
So
along
just,
the lines
we're
of
just
that,
going to hold it there,
yeah.
Judith, all right? Because what Rosalind's saying is off the charts important. And
Yeah.
it's the thing that we assume a lot of the times to be in place, but we don't know. Because if we look at our group of 4, or you look at your chapter of 40, or your Chamber of Commerce of 400, whatever size group we're looking at, being referral is going to mean something different to every single person there. Some people, punctuality is going to be the thing. Some people, the way you dress is going to be the thing. Some people, the way you talk is going to be the thing. Some people, just the way that you carry yourself is going to be the thing. Some people, the high quality service. Some people, just getting to know you over a period of time is going to be the thing. This is like really, really difficult to control, but that's where I'm going to disagree with you, Ron, a little, because I think you can control the degree to which you become referable. Not by everyone in the group, but to like a higher percentage than if you just kind of go in by chance. Make sense?
Fair.
So the being referable piece it's everything Roz said. It's doing what you say you're going to do. It's the way you dress. It's showing up. It's doing good work. It's being, doing what Ron said, giver's gain, showing up, developing. It's all of that stuff. It's basically the whole B&I cake. It's almost the whole business cake baked into like one small phrase. So to answer your question, that's what I mean. I think that's what Roz is pointing out from
Right.
being referable.
Right, okay.
So we're taking that up, just all this stuff right up to that top level.
I think the opposite side of being referable is what we all fear, is that you refer somebody to something, and then you see them later on, hey, how'd that go? And then you get, that's the opposite of being referable.
Yeah. It's being unreferable, because you're never going to make an introduction for that person ever again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. That was what I was going to say. I was going to glom on to the one part that she talked about, which was do the best job you can. Like she said, 110%. Absolutely. Like for me, that means giving people extra time and not billing for like every single hour and every single minute.
My good friend Lisa Wilkins
Yeah.
does it, puts this the best way I've ever heard anybody say, and said, your number one job is to make the referral source look good. And Lisa, learn that from you.
Right.
That's your number one job. Any referral that you get, make the referral source look good. Because even if you can't fulfill or things don't work out, if you can do everything in your power to make your referral source look good, there's a good chance that they're possibly going to pass you another referral, or at least you're going to mitigate a lot of what you're talking about. That, what word spreads around that Dennis doesn't quite offer the service that he's claiming to present at our meetings. So making the referral service look good is just a huge part of that being referral piece, being referable piece.
Yep.
So that's the first piece. I'm so glad you remembered that.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
hard. That's hard though.
All right. Yeah. So you know what?
Second one.
That is. I'm going to say.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to say it's impossible, because you can't be referable all the time to everyone, but you can do a whole bunch of things in order to be more referable to more people more of the time.
So you
And
think that's why B&I came up with their whole strategy of like be there on time or be there a little early, dress professionally. Even if you're a painter, you don't have to look like
Your painter shows up with a tie, a shirt, pressed pants.
I have not seen that, but I know
But
what you're saying.
if you did, would that person be more likely to be?
I would
to be
be like
referable?
blown away by that.
You would be Like, you know what? You got to meet my painter. Not only, you know, is he a fantastic painter, he shows up in a tie, a bow tie, comes in, brings you flowers. You know, that's how you set yourself
Right.
apart.
I know what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think too,
I
like,
tell you who's great with this? It's Rogelio. Rogelio came to my BNI meeting this morning and presented himself so professionally. He had his green leaf shirt on, and we were talking about some of this in the education moment. I said, you know, Rogelio's BNI director, can you share some of this? And you know, he said, you know, I'm working out in the field. I got masks on. I got my overalls on. You know, I could show up for my BNI meeting like this, but I don't. I wear my pressed
Good
shirt.
point. Good point.
And you know, and some of the group needed to hear that because you know they were showing up. You know, they're showing up a little casually, showing up a little late, showing up a little T-shirt when they're a lawyer type
COVID
stuff.
chic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all of
but
that,
I think
all of that stuff.
yeah.
All right, but we are going to move along. So that be referable, probably going to be impossible to be referable to everyone, but there's a million things that we can do, and the more intentional we are with some of those, the better. All right. So. You guys have got my gains profile. And you guys have got my gains profile because I emailed it. So you show up for a one-to-one meeting with me, and I email this ahead of time, and I sit down and we start talking about this. What do you think the response is for the person sitting across the table when they
mean-
see this?
Oh, we're having a one-to-one, and you show up with this and say, "Hey, Judith, here you go."
I would say, first of all, why did you email it before?
I
love
d-
this.
I did email
So
it before.
You did.
No. I think, well, if I wasn't prepared, I guess myself, I would feel like, geez, what a show-off. Plus, it's laminated.
Oh, I love it.
No, I'm just saying. This is what
jealous.
I would think. Like,
Jealous is what I am.
it's
Peanut
sort
butter
of like,
jelly.
wow, like, who's this guy think he is? Like, he's got look at his goals. Oh, you know, like, you know what I mean? So it can put somebody off. But that's probably not what you want to hear, because I do like it. I like it.
But I want to
But
put.
I'm not
If the
them.
person's intimidated by this, I want to
Right.
put them off. 'Cause they're probably not going to pass me a referral anyway.
Right. Right.
No, but
I think it's
what it
impressive.
says to me, this guy's got his shit together.
Right.
Totally.
And it's,
So
you know,
good. How do you do this? Mine is so ugly compared to this. I
All right.
hate it.
no, but
So competitive.
it's thought out.
Love it.
It
Right.
communicates what it is that Dennis does.
Right.
And he's family focused and, with friends. It's not like just business, gimme. It's like you're a person. You're not like just business
Right.
coach. Like you're there, I love
Right.
this.
Plus, like, if I was the person in a one-to-one, I can, I'm sort of perusing it. I'd be like, oh, I might ask you about one of your goals. I might be like, oh, look at that.
Yep.
Like, it prompts me, like,
Dennis.
it gets that one-to-one going.
Here's my friend.
Ah,
I saw him
there we
across
go.
the way.
Wait, you're not even making that up? Oh, my
We're now
God.
meeting at 5, but can we guarantee that the turkey's going to stay socially distant? If not,
I
we
know.
need a mask. Judith, you've got a turkey mask.
I know, right?
Yeah. So
You know.
there's that aspect of it. All right. So with that in mind, what do you think the second piece is to generating consistent, high-quality referrals? If the first piece is to be referable, what's the second piece?
Giver's game.
Kinda.
Be prepared to get as much as you can out of the meetings that are hopefully going to, create relationships.
Yes. So how do you do that?
Well, I mean, like, that's the purpose of the gains sheet is to get to know someone.
Is it?
Well, when I'm giving a referral, I might not remember everything that you said, even though I take notes because that's who I am. But I can look at this before I give a referral, which makes my referral a hot referral instead of a warm or a cold referral.
Okay. So you're kind of meandering down the path, getting to where we're going. So where are we going? What's the second piece?
Well, by putting this together, you have given me a lot of different connection points that I can utilize within my networks of people, so that when I'm talking to somebody and I remember something that's in here and they're doing the same thing, there's a, yeah, gee, I know somebody that really loves what you do, you love to compete in triathlons, he's a triathlete, blah, 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 you ought to have a conversation. So it just gives me more touch points, more connection
Absolutely.
points.
So add that into what basically Judith just said. What do we call that process?
because I'm showing the person that I'm referring you to that I know, like, and trust you?
Take it back a little bit and think about your relationship with me and what I'm doing to you right now.
Taking the time
To what?
Coach.
to get to know each other?
Well,
We can do that without these sheets.
Okay.
but
Still
you're,
looking at. We're like,
you're demonstrating
this is awesome.
how having a good strategy for getting referrals is helpful, and
Yes.
and it's demonstrating the value
It's
that you
strategic,
bring.
but what's the thing that I'm actually doing and that I should be doing the whole time that I'm having business meetings with my business partners?
Teaching.
Oh.
Teaching
Okay.
what?
Well, you're teaching them how to be more effective.
No.
Teaching how them to refer you. Take that.
You got 'em both.
What'd you just say?
Yes.
What'd you say?
I said this is teaching people how to refer him.
Right. Right.
That's it.
Ta-da!
Right.
That's all you ever need to do in any word of mouth group that you're in is to be referable and teach people how to bring you bring you referrals. That's it. Everything else is just a complication. Everything.
Got it.
LCD, lowest common denominator.
Right. I get it.
So when we look at the BNI system, which is to me the best system for doing this in the world, you do that well. All you're doing the whole time is teaching people how to bring you referrals. But you can't have one without the other. You can teach them till, we have a phrase in England, till the cows come home. Do you use that over here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can teach them till the cows come home, but if you're not referable, it doesn't matter. And you can be extraordinarily referable, but if you're not teaching people how to bring you referrals and bring you the right referrals, then you're still not going to get the referrals. So you need both sides of that. And when both sides are there, they almost come together into this singularity of just this person that you want to pass business to. The referable person, and you know how to send them a referral. You just make it so easy for them. Roz, you're smiling.
I love. I needed to hear this again, so this is good. It's like having that nice glass of wine, and then you have a sip again. You're like, yes, this is why I love it. It's just a reminder.
So,
You've been
you're
away
saying
for
I'm a little like a fine wine.
Totally. As you get better as you get older.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
There you go. Ah.
So, Ron used the word strategy, and I think that one thing that a lot of times we don't have is a strategy for our referrals. And once you put a strategy in place, then you put those actions in place, you're referable, and every time you're teaching BNI members, you're teaching Chamber of Commerce members, you're teaching your referral partners, your clients, how to send you referrals, you're just increasing your chances of generating those high quality referrals on a much more consistent basis. And you can be teaching everyone. You can be teaching your current clients. You can teach your friends and family if you want. They're much less likely to be driven to send you those referrals, but you can do it. But you've got to do both things. Challenge is, they knew you when you were 7 years old in short pants, being a pain in the backside. So you've got to undo all of that, and then you've got to be referable, and then you've got to teach them to bring you referral. You may as well teach someone else that's kind of like a natural referral partner. That's why we don't get that many referrals from our family members, because they don't see you as being referable, and they don't know what you really do.
I know, right?
My mum still says, what is it you do? You still coaching soccer?
I know, right?
Like,
It's
Mum, I
like-
stopped that like
I know, right?
17 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
So true.
Yep.
So I love what you said about the strategy, Ron, because it took me a heck of a long while to get to the place where everything I do in BNI is all about teaching the people that I know, like, and trust how to bring me quality referrals. And I know that I can only do that if I'm highly referable. And going back to what, where Roz started, it's really about, doing the things that you say you're going to do. You do the things you say you're going to do, you do the things you're going to commit to, you're pretty much referable. The rest of it's all kind of nice. But then if you go in and start doing the teaching piece, and you teach how Ron can bring me that ideal referral that I'm looking to, here's the way I like to be introduced, here's how I like to be introduced. A shout out to Scott Brogan, he's upped the game for this whole group on ways in which we can be introduced. I mean, one of my favorite things through the whole COVID thing was when you and I jumped on that. I think we went with Cara that Monday, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
that
it was
was
like in
good.
the middle of my one-to-one. I'm like, Cara, I got to introduce you to Judith. Judith jumped on Zoom, and we're all three of us there.
And then you left the
and
room,
I
which is a
wandered off.
riot.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
I
my
wandered off to
God,
read
it's
my
like-
book. You guys did your
I think
thing.
you went to the bathroom. Where'd you go?
Yeah. I think I did a similar thing with you, Ron. Yeah. That's where we need to get to be referable, and it's not like, you show up at your BNI meeting and you're there, and the first thing you do is like, here are the 6 things that I'm looking for there. But it's developing, those relationships, and it's having those conversations. But when it's business time, moving those conversations. So is your, what are they called these days, 60 seconds featured
Yeah.
weekly presentations?
I call them commercials.
Yeah. Is your weekly presentation, is it teaching everybody in the group to bring you the referrals that you want? If it's not, fix that up. 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, this is the biggest blown opportunity in the whole of BNI.
I don't, I'll disagree with you. I don't think weekly presentations are teaching moments. I think weekly presentations are quick reminders. And the teaching has to happen.
In the one-to-ones.
I'm going to disagree with you because I think it's part of your teaching strategy.
It can be if it's done right, but I don't
You've
see
got to
it.
do it right.
I
And
don't see it done
everything.
right.
Well, that's
Yeah,
where I
that's-
think we've got to be
yeah.
leaders, and we've got to be the ones that say, "Hey, this is how you do it. You come in with a story. You have a very specific ask." Just because others are not doing it well, it doesn't mean that it's not a really useful tool for teaching.
Right.
Other areas sometimes we miss. I mean, because the 10 minutes, it's huge. One-to-ones, you've heard me countless times talking about, these are your business meetings, make them a business meeting. But like any business meeting, let's have some social on the front end, let's have some social on the back end, but let's have a purpose, let's have a reason for this, let's have a goal. Other things though, the bio.
Bio.
This is the one where directors I think we all fall down on. We should be teaching that group how to make us the introductions we need through using that bio. What did you learn from my bio today?
7th place
What did that mean to you?
means that you set a goal and you accomplish it. It's not an easy thing to do, and you don't do it just by showing up. You have to prepare for it.
So in your mind, what sort of logical leap do you make about me as a person and as a coach?
You're going to do whatever it takes to reach your goals.
And again, for the right person, that's, you know what, I know people like that. But for people that probably I don't want to be working with, that's not going to be a thing that's going to resonate for them. And I'm okay with that. I'm not for everyone. And I don't want to be for everyone.
Yeah. Well, you could say that about all of us, right? In some respects.
Yeah.
Flavor.
If you try to be, if you try to be for everyone.
You're
Then
for no
you're
one.
No one. Oh,
Oh,
Whoa.
finishing each other's sentences.
Okay, that was good. Somebody owes somebody a Coke. It's an expression.
So I'm going to wrap this up and just say that if we can bring more of this to this group and more of this to our own chapters, I think we're going to start to really generate those high quality ongoing referrals for each other. And whatever time we spend, whether we make this a monthly meeting, whether we make it a bi-weekly meeting, however we're going to do it, it's going to add more than the value of just the camaraderie, the friendship. It's actually going to add to, like, you know what, I know the exact ideal referral to make for Judith, and I can almost see them coming down the street, and I know Judith well enough, I know she's referable, and I can stop them coming down the street, and I can say, I know a great person that you should speak to. Thank you.
All right, is that rain?
It's rain, it's raining.